The Dating Show, brought to you by olderdatingonline.com.
How tall are you, Leigh-Ann?
I'd like to say 5'5", but I think I'm actually 5'4.5", but I don't think the half really matters.
No, not really. We're talking about height and dating because that's quite a sort of interesting topic. And did you know Dutch men are the tallest on the planet with an average height of 182.5 centimetres?
You know what? I didn't know that.
Which is 5'11", and Latvian women are the tallest on the planet with an average height of 170 centimetres, which is 5'7".
Wow, that is really tall,
and actually, I think I've got a sort of, so it goes men, on average, the Dutch are the tallest, then Belgium, Estonia, Latvia, Denmark at fifth. Women, Latvian women on average are the tallest, then the Dutch, then Estonia, then the Czech Republic, and then Serbia.
Wow, okay.
So
that is something that I wouldn't know anything about, being a very tall woman, sadly. So I am envious. Every time I see a tall girl in the club, I always think they look appealing because you're just that little bit higher than everyone else, aren't you? But
yeah, I mean, and I'm 5'7.5", 5'8", so I'm not.
Are you really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sort of Tom Cruise. No, I'm bigger than him. So anyway, so we're looking today at dating and height. So you've looked at this and come up with a bit of research. So tell us about that.
So the research that I've looked at does say that height does really matter in a relationship, and especially for women, more than it does for men. But what's really interesting about this research, and I didn't realise this, it actually all dates back to evolution. So really, we are just animals, if we want to put it bluntly.
Yeah.
But a man who's tall is seen as masculine. He's dominant, he's assertive, and he looks like he can really provide for the family, create offspring. He can be a protector. So that's why we tend to gravitate towards tall men. Maybe that's just what it is. It's authority that we're looking for.
Okay. And yourself, I mean, do you think... do you go for tall men rather than short men?
Rich men rather than tall men?
Yeah, we know you go for rich men, but do you go for, on a sort of, normally, would you go for a tall man? Do you find that attractive as a woman?
Well, I was just thinking about this because I do go for tall men normally, but I don't think it's a rule of thumb. Maybe I used to do it because my dad's really tall and I come from a really tall family, so it's what I'm used to. But I have gone out with guys who are shorter than me. Sometimes they've got a nicer personality, but I do think tall normally wins out.
Yeah. Is that difficult as a woman if the guy is really shorter than you and you're walking down the street? Do you find that a bit awkward? Is that on your... Well, are you thinking about that?
I don't think I've ever managed to find anyone shorter than me because I'm pretty short, but I think if I did find someone shorter than me, I'd find it really awkward.
I suppose the question is, though, that, if you are a short man or a short woman, what can you do to sort of help yourself? Would you wear sort of high heels as a woman? But you can't do that as a man. So what would you do as a man?
But
platform shoes?
Simon Cowell wears heels.
Yeah.
You always see him. He wears platformed cowboy boots to make himself look taller. Tom Cruise definitely does. As we all know, he's small by Hollywood standards. So I think that men can make themselves look bigger. But of course, we can wear the biggest strapping heels ever if we're girls with diamonds on them or what, to make ourselves look massive. But men don't have that advantage.
And what about clothing? Do you think if you wear black, as an example, if you're short, does black work? Does it make you look taller or shorter?
Thinner.
Thinner. So is there a colour that makes you look taller?
Maybe
as a man?
A good colour to wear would be a bright colour, because then you would stand out more, wouldn't you, anyway? And then you would look a little bit taller, just like what you're doing today.
Yeah, the pink.
The pink colour.
Pink T-shirt. Okay, but it is interesting, though, isn't it?
Well, I think a lot of women go for height, but I would like to say that not all of us are dating basketball players. So there's obviously, something in there that we like people of all heights and sizes. It doesn't actually really matter.
Good. Thanks, Leigh-Ann. That's made me feel a lot better.
Good.
The Dating Show, brought to you by olderdatingonline.com.